Taking them as they come rolling up. Joe Fisher, Ryan Keener. Our top dragster final round. Wally number 2, soon to be presented. Joe Fisher out of the number 1 spot. Qualified 6'10" with a 1. Ryan Keener did not qualify for the field. He was your first alternate. The best he could muster up, a 6:39. But you know what? He got in as an alternate, and here he is in the final round. Said it before, and I'll say it again. If you are in the program on race day, part of our 32-car field, whether you get in as qualifying or as an alternate, if you're in, you can win. And Ryan Keener certainly giving us proof of that. Ryan on a 639 dial. Purging the nitrous system. Joe Fisher. The Pro Charge. RacingRVs.com. Entry over there on the left. Joe on a 610. Been locked in on that dial all day long. Living precariously on that perch. Keener on the right gets a handicap start. Here comes Joey. Can your alternate get the win? The answer would be yes, he can. 648, 202 miles an hour. And from outside of the field at the conclusion of qualifying, Ryan Keener, out of Washington, Illinois, gets the win here in our Oakley Motorsports Top Dragster competition. Congratulations to Ryan. Woohoo! That's a tough order, but like I said, if you're in, you can win. And he proved that you could. He with that win right there over Joe. Joe cruises through 617 at 206. Wasn't getting there. Ryan Keener able to get the stripe by 17 thou and claim the Wally here at race number 1. Super Cop rolling in now. 3 cars left in the field. We know one of them is going to be running for the final, and that's Chris Sullivan. The only unanswered question we have at this stage of the game is it going to be Nick Eisenhower or Shanna Stone running Sullivan for the Wally. Shanna on the right, the American chassis, Oakley engine, vintage trailer machine. Eisenhower on the left, the American chassis, Indiana-based runner. 890's up on the scoreboard. We know the winner's going to run Sullivan. Just don't know which one is going to be the winner. Green lights, we're off and running. Nick, Shanna, Nick. A little bit better out of the gate, Nick. A little bit better at the stripe, Nick as well. 891, 10 on the tree. 22 thou package for Nick Eisenhower as he moseys his way into the final round of our Super Comp category, and he'll be back to run Chris Sullivan. Coming up here on the right-hand side. Runner out of Illinois, the accountant by profession. Stacking the books in his favor. Been to the final round here. Been to the final round in Indy. Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series final round in Indianapolis. In the Midwest Nationals here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Did that back in 2013. Well, he's in the finals again here at St. Louis. Looking to see if maybe he can seal the deal this time. He'll be taking on Nick Eisenhower in the finals of Super Comp. Sullivan works his way through to an 886, 179 mile an hour lap in our finals. Now set in our Super Comp field. Again, if you're in, you're in. Need you back to lanes, please. And if you are in the final round, as Ray Do and Dan Helwig were, we need you back to the staging lanes for contingency certification. As contingency certification for all of our winners and runner-ups, be in the staging lane. So once you made your way down track, do what you got to do on that end, and then head right back up to the staging lanes for contingency check. Ray Do, we need you. Dan Helwig, we need you. Ryan Keener and Joe Fisher, we need you as well. Come on down to the staging lanes for contingency check. Stock Eliminator semifinals rolling in, and what a trio of cars. Big block Camaro, a Cruising Caprice, and a 340 Duster. I like it. Stock Eliminator, some kind of fun. Eric Capolito's Cruising Caprice there on the left. 1170 to dial. Tim Tosto out of Wentzville. 396 B-Stock automatic Camaro. Tosto looking to make his way to the finals. We know The winner of this pair is going to come back to run Jerry Bennett in the finals of Stock Eliminator. Just don't know who it's going to be yet. Do know it's going to be Chevrolet versus Mopar. Going to be a slow roller, going to be a quick ride. Capolino's green. Here comes Tosto. B-Stock automatic. Big block. 396 Camaro pulling hard. Top end. Closing. Got him. Dead one on a 1034 dial for Timmy Tosto. It was 48 on the tree and runs through it 127 miles an hour. Capolino on the left-hand side, too quick, runs 1167 on the 1170. So it'll be Tim Tosto taking on Jerry Bennett in the finals of Stock Eliminator. And they'll be coming up with the finals of Super Cup. Jerry Bennett's D-Stock automatic, Mopar, the 340 combo, rolling in. Jerry Bennett motoring through top end, shuts it off to a 1073 at 107. And he'll be back. It'll be him and Tosto. Final round, Stock Eliminator. Classic muscle cars, the 396, 69 Camaro, and the 340 70 Duster. I like it. Super Gas comes rolling in now, and I do believe we're looking at our 3 final semifinal contestants, and yes, we are. Austin Williams, the Croc Rocket, over here on the right-hand side, taking on local runner Mark Buttram. Winner's going to come back and run Greg Kaufman's Oldsmobile, the finals. Going to be a Roadster door car battle, going to be all door car. Buttram says, I'll pick the second choice. Thank you very much. Austin coming off the win in Ennis, Texas last weekend, says, I'll take the Roadster door car battle. Croc Rocket off and running. Mark Buttram on the left-hand side. A little bit better out of the gate, Buttram. Williams on the right, 993 at $126. Buttram on the left, 992 at 144, and Buttram going to the final rounds. Austin coming up a little bit short. So we have our Super Gas final round contestants determined now. Mark Buttram, and he'll come back to run. Greg Kaufman. Greg going to pull in and stage. Do what he needs to do. And just kind of idle on down the racetrack. Again, racers, if you're in the end, need to back to the lanes, please. Next final round to come at us, our comp eliminator. John Freck and David Eaton. David looking to go twofer. Picked up the win last night over Mike Farrell's B Street Roadster. Love to pick up another Wally here in the A Altered Planetary. 32 Bantam. The Pro Stock Power Plant does its burnout here on the right-hand side. John Freck's 182 cubic inch, 4-cylinder, 1,200-pound car. Over on the left-hand side, dialed in 849. Not quite. Going to be a 2.5 handicap start for the runner out of Ohio. Freck, always a tough competitor. David Eaton proving his mettle as well. Can he go twofer? Right now, I do believe David Eaton is the only driver still available to win all 3 races this weekend. A twofer would be great, but he won Bowling Green last night. Could he walk out of here on Sunday night with 3 Wallies? He's got to get number 2 over John Freck here, and that may be a tall order. Freck on an 849. David Eaton on a 7-14. Cop final round, here we go. Freck turns it green, so does David Eaton. The 32 Bantam A Altered Planetary at the stripe gets the second Wally in less than 24 hours. 665 at 167 miles an hour. $7.99 for Freck at $1.65, and David Eaton, twofer so far. If he sticks around and wins on Sunday, 3 Wallies in 72 hours. That would be nigh on to incredible. Top Sportsman getting ready to come up next in our final round here. Rich Smith taking on Bad Eye Bridiger. And again, if you're in, you're in. Need you back to the lanes, please. Finals now set in all of our categories. The Camaro taking on the Mustang. Ford versus General Motors. Big 700-plus cubic inch combinations for the pair of them. Smith on the right, Bridiger on the left. 655 the dial for Bad Eye. 650 the dial for Rich Smith. So our final round coming at us now in the Oakley Motorsports Top Sportsman category. Congratulations to our winners so far. Ray Dew, Ryan Keener, and our newly crowned Cop winner, David Eaton, making the tow to St. Louis so much worthwhile. 2 wins in 24 hours. The conclusion of the Bowling Green race and race number 1. Smith on the right, 650. Bad Eye Bridiger on the left, 655, locked and loaded. And out of the gate we go. Off the line, 4 thousandths of a second difference at the stripe. Bad Eye gets the win, 56 out of 55, 663 by Rich Smith. Fell off the pace a little bit down at the other end of the 650 dial. And Bad Eye Bridiger picks up the Top Sportsman win. Congratulations to Belva as he catches the W down at the other end of the racetrack. And our Superstock final comes rolling in. Ricky Decker taking on Andy Cronenbetter. Decker last night, runner-up for the Bowling Green race. Love to be able to get around Cronenbetter here and pick up the W and get the Wally after almost making it happen last night. Ricky on the left-hand side. The Super High Automatic Camaro, $982. Cronenbetter on the right, the GTG Automatic Cobalt. Man, there sure are a lot of GTG automatic cars in the country. Had a bunch of them last week down in Dallas. Cronenbetter on a 953 is going to give him about a 3/10 handicap. Ricky Decker's going to be off and running. Top 10 in the world last year. And picking up a whole lot of points here this weekend. Decker's green. So's Cronenbetter. And another great launch by both cars. 3,000 difference between the two. And for the second night in a row, Ricky Decker comes up short at the stripe. 981.8 on a 982. Andy Cronenbetter goes 007, dead zero on his 953 dial. Throws down a 7 thousandths package. Ricky Decker was 10 on the tree and mathematically ineligible. Wasn't going to get there. Not going to happen. Cronenbetter, 007, dead zero to pick up the win. Congratulations to he. Congratulations to Ricky Decker. 2 finals in 2 days. That's some pretty good racing, no matter how you cut it. But Cronenbetter, the PK race cars, Chevy Cobalt picks up the W. And we are down now to the finals in Super Gas. Stock and Super Comp. 3 more pair of race cars to send down the racetrack to put race number 1 in the books. Hey, don't forget the bar's open right next to the Top Fuel Grill. Nice cold adult beverages, be it a mixed drink or a cold beer over there. They got it for you. The bar next to the Top Fuel Grill, up and open and running just for you. Our Super Gas final round between Mark Buttram, Greg Kaufman, set to come at us. Our Stock Eliminator final round with Tim Tosto and Jerry Bennett, soon to be concluded, and Nick Eisenhower and Chris Sullivan going to do battle for the Super Comp Wally, and we will put race number 1 into the books and start again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Time trials for everybody. Time trials and qualifying. 1 run for each category. Except for Top Dragster Comp and Top Sportsman. They'll get their 2 qualifiers and run eliminations Sunday. Alcohol Dragster and Alcohol Funny Car out tomorrow for their final qualifier, and then eliminations begin for them as well. With a couple of rounds scheduled to put them into the books. Round number 1 of eliminations for Super Street, Stock, Super Comp, Super Stock, Super Gas, all scheduled for tomorrow afternoon as race number 2 continues our weekend of fun and frivolity here at Worldwide Technology Raceway. And again, the concession stands open, and the adult beverages being served in the bar. If you're so inclined, love to have you come and partake. Stock, Super Gas, and Super Comp. Final rounds yet to go. Put a wrap on day number 2. And again, a reminder to all of our drivers, winners and runner-up, need you back to the lanes, please. Winners and runner-up, need you back to the lanes, please, for contingency verification. Winners and runner-up. Once you've made your laps down track and the boys at the other end are done with you, need you right back to the lanes, please. Winners and runner-up, need you back to the lanes. For contingency verification, and I hear engines rumbling. Coming underneath the tower. We either got stock, Super Gas, or Super Comp, because that's all we got left. I do believe it's our 890 cars, Super Comp, Nick Eisenhower and Chris Sullivan. Getting ready to roll out. See what kind of damage one can inflict upon the other. Chris Sullivan and Nick Eisenhower, final round contestants in our 890 Super Comp category. Eisenhower on the right, Sullivan on the left. Going to see what kind of numbers they can throw down as we are 3 final rounds away from putting a wrap on race number 1. Everybody careful to stage. Sullivan in, Eisenhower flickering the bulb. And a red light start by Nick. Chris Sullivan picks up the W. Your Super Comp champ, race number 1. He goes 887 to do it. Eisenhower lights the red bulb by 24 thousandths of a second. And then runs dead on 2 on the 890 index. Isn't that the way it always goes? So congratulations, Chris Sullivan. The accountant out of Auburn, Illinois. Picking up the W here in Super Comp action. Stock and Super Gas. Final rounds to go. Stock and Super Gas need you back to the lanes, please. Stock Eliminator and Super Gas need you back to the lanes. Super Gas, final round, get ready to roll out at us now is Mark Buttram and Greg Kaufman, a pair of door cars and a field of roadsters. They made their way through the field and made up here in the finals the Lumina. For local runner, Mark Buttram there on the left-hand side. Greg Kaufman out of Kentucky. Former Pro Stock Oldsmobile. Former Top Sportsman Oldsmobile. Kaufman getting her dialed in now to the 990 number. Greg will be on the right. Mark on the left, our second to the last final round of the evening. Getting ready to come at us. Kaufman right, Buttram left. 990s on the boards for AAA and Mopar Express, and here we go, and this one's already over. Greg Kaufman goes trip, zip, 0. Buttram goes 002 red. And Kaufman on a final lap, trip, zip, and 982 to pick up the win. 989.6 by Buttram. But after that 0.02 of a second red light, Greg Kaufman automatically rolls his way into the victory circle with that 982 lap at 168 miles an hour. But a bag of donuts, a 3-egg omelet here on the starting line in the finals of Super Gas, and we are down to 1 to go. Stock Eliminator, Tim Tosto and Jerry Bennett. And I hear engines rumbling. And again, racers, all of our final round contestants, once you've cleared the top end, need to make your way back to the staging lanes, please, for contingency certification. All of our winners and runner-ups need you back to the staging lanes, please, for contingency verification. Stock Eliminator final round, Jerry Bennett, Tim Tosto. Classic muscle cars from the original days of the muscle cars and the good old muscle cars, according to most. 340 Duster taking on the 396 Camaro. Should be a great final round. And our final. Tim Tosto, Jerry Bennett, Stock Eliminator. Crown our final champ of race number 1. Bennett, 1060 the dial, going to be for the 340 Duster. 1033 the dial for Tim Tosto in the B-Stock Automatic. 69 Camaro. Big block Chevy. Small wedge Mopar. Couple of pretty good gunners duking it out here in the finals for stock. Green lights a pair, and out of the gate we go. Jerry Bennett hanging the front end of that Mopar up. Tim Tosto doing likewise. Tim giving chase, not going to get there. 64 on a 60. Jerry Bennett takes home the Stock Eliminator Wally. 1031 on a 1033. Tosto laid out of the gate, tried to chase him down at the other end, and comes up short by breaking out. 10:31.9 on the 10:33. 11th out too quick. So Jerry Bennett picks up our last Wally of the evening, and that, boys and girls, puts race number 1 into the history books here on the 2020 Division III Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series Tour. Want to thank everybody. It's been out. We'll start race number 2 tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Remember, 1 and go for our Super Street, Stock, Super Comp, Super Stock, Super Gas Fields, Alcohol Dragster, and Alcohol Funny Car with their final qualifier and a couple of rounds of eliminations tomorrow. Top Dragster and Top Sportsman and Comp Eliminator, 2 qualifiers for you, and eliminations on Sunday. But race number 1 in the books. Congratulations, David Eaton, Andy Cronenbetter, Jerry Bennett for Stock, Chris Sullivan in Super Comp, Greg Kaufman getting the win in Super Gas, Ray Dew from Texas taking the Super Street Wally, Ryan Keener from outside of the field to take the win in our Oakley Motorsports Top Dragster, and Bad Eye Brenniger pulling the win in the Oakley Motorsports Top Sportsman category. On behalf of everybody, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Lucas Oil Drag Racing Series Tour, I want to say goodnight to everybody on the World Wide Web. I don't think Andy's cut us off yet. We're still good. So good night, everybody. We'll see you back live in living color, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Good night, everybody. See you then.